Good morning, children. How are all of you? I really hope you all are fine. So, children, once again we are back to our prose section, and this time we'll do lesson number 10 from your Mulberry textbook. And the lesson is entitled The Last Leaf, written by William Sidney Potter or O. Henry. So, children, let me tell you about the writer of the lesson. So, O. Henry from 1862 to 1910 was an American short story author whose real name was William Sidney Potter. And like many other writers, O. Henry's early career aspirations were unfocused and he wandered across different activities and professions before he finally found him calling as a short story writer. And O. Henry's prolific writing period began in 1902 in New York City, where he wrote 381 short stories. And this lesson that we are going to do today, that is The Last Leaf, is one of his famous short stories. So before we proceed, I would like you all to know something about the lesson. Let me introduce it to you. This Last Leaf lesson, or a short story written by O. Henry, was published in 1907 in his collection The Trimmed Lamb and Other Stories. The Last Leaf concerns Johnsy, a poor young girl who is seriously ill with pneumonia, and she believes that when the ivy vine on the wall outside her window loses all its leaves, she will also die. Her neighbor Behrman, an artist, tricks her by painting a leaf on the wall. Johnsy recovers, but in a twist typical of O. Henry, Behrman, who caught pneumonia while painting the leaf, dies in the end. So let us see what all is there in the lesson. So children, story Last Leaf by O. Henry. It's a beautiful story depicting the virtue of human sacrifice and love. The story is about Sue, Johnsy, and Mr. Behrman. Sue and Johnsy live in an apartment in Greenwich Village, a favorite place for aspiring painters to live at. Sue and Johnsy had met at a restaurant and became soulmate friends. In the winter, pneumonia epidemic affected many people in that area, and Johnsy also fell prey to it. And her condition became worse from bad with each passing day. The doctor confided to Sue one day that Johnsy was losing hope and desired to get well under the painful influence of the disease. She began to harbor a belief that she would die. The moment the last leaf fell from the ivy climber on the wall opposite her window. She also shares her belief with her friend Sue. So Sue discussed it with Mr. Behrman, who was an extremely talented painter living in obscurity in her neighborhood. Now, Mr. Behrman decided to save Johnsy's life. What did he do? He believed in the power of believing. And one night, when it was extremely cold and raining, he painted a leaf on the ivy climber. And he painted it in such a manner that it looked like a real leaf. When Johnsy saw the last leaf on the ivy climber on the opposite wall had not fallen, she was somehow filled with the desire to heal and get well. This desire helped her recuperate, or you can say recover, fast. And she recovered. However, Mr. Behrman, who had worked in the cold, was affected by pneumonia and died. Thus, he laid his life to save Johnsy's life. So the main theme of the lesson that comes out is, very often we find people having a negative attitude towards life. They lose interest in life, and this causes suffering to people around them. They are even ready to lose their life, as life has lost all the meaning to them. So the story tells us that we need to have a positive attitude towards life so that we can make it as fruitful as possible. And sacrificing our life for the sake of others is also a theme in the story. So painter Behrman sacrifices his life for Johnsy in the story. And in the end, he also accomplished his desire of painting a masterpiece. Now, this story gives us a chief message that the spirit of sacrifice we need to have in our life. And like the old artist Behrman sacrificed his life so that Johnsy could live, and in the process, he also achieved his ambition of painting a masterpiece and eventually died. So, now, children, I really hope you all have understood the lesson, the theme of the lesson on which it is based, the chief message given by the lesson. So, in case of any query, you can get back to me. Thank you, children.